The Pike School transformed into a jazz club, Christmas lights are up downtown, and North Andover High is taken over by robots. All these stories and more coming up on this Christmas edition of the North Andover Journal. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Welcome to this edition of the North Andover Journal. I'm Ron Carpenito. On Veterans Day, North Andover Music Association musicians teamed up with Andover and North Andover High students for the second annual Jazz Giving fundraiser that benefited Neighbors in Need and the Wounded Warrior Project. Let's take a look.
Billie Jean is not my lover. Oh, she's just a girl who thinks that I am the one.
The month of November is known as a time for giving. Well, that's exactly what 3 local bands did recently while performing at the Pike School during its Jazz Giving 2 concert. All proceeds benefited Neighbors in Need and the Wounded Warrior Project. The Jazz Disciples feature several North Andover residents. Vocalist April Foley, whose daughter Jackie was a Scarlet and Black chorus member and is now at UConn. And guitarist Martin McGrath, who serves as the North Andover Music Association Board President, has music in the family, as son Kevin, who graduated 2 years ago, played trombone for the Scarlet Knights Marching Band. Son Cameron is currently a junior at the high school, and daughter Anna performs in the 8th grade band. John Shaw, who plays the trumpet and arranger, is a former resident. The North Andover Jazz Combo featured 6 North Andover high school musicians who played a selection of songs from artists like Chuck Mangione, Duke Ellington, and others. Archie Keltz played the alto saxophone, Will Lanzon on trumpet, Val Gahan on trumpet, Elliot Bruce trombone, Mike Dowdy on bass guitar, and Kunal Gala on drums. And the evening featured a selection from the Andover All-Star Jazz Combo, who performed a couple of songs as well. The grand finale featured all 3 bands performing together.
Stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, and the mountain should crumble to the sea, get your kicks on 66.
To enjoy the entire performance, tune into CAM. Check the TV schedule or log on to the CAM website for the times and dates on this must-see performance. For the Journal, I'm Steve D'Onofrio.
Get your kicks on Route 66.
If you'd like to see the event in its entirety, visit our website at northandovercam.org to see our upcoming program schedule. Well, the sun might be going down early these days, but beautiful holiday lights are brightening up the night sky over at Smolak Farms. On November 28th, Smolak Farms hosted their annual tree lighting event. North Andover Cam was there. Let's take a look.
The Christmas celebrations continue here in North Andover, this time at Smolak Farm for their annual tree lighting ceremony. It comes complete with caroling from our very own Page Conservatory, as well as anxious children in anticipation from a visit from Santa Claus. No reindeer this trip. The jolly man arrived in true Smolak style. Smolak Farms' Adam Sapienza and Santa team up for a very special way of lighting this year's tree.
So you know how every year we usually do a button that turns our tree on? Well, Santa and I were talking, and he said to me that if we did something with the magic of Christmas, we can get the tree to light. So what we have to do, and tell me if I'm wrong, Santa, we have to believe in our hearts and in our heads that we can turn the lights on in that tree just by believing in the spirit of Christmas. And hopefully, if we believe really strong in our hearts, we'll make it light, okay?
You can do it.
All right, Santa. Let's give it a try. Let's go over here. We'll buy the tractor. Ready, everybody? Really think about it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, it might be a little bit rainy and a little misty today, but the hearts are very warm and the people are happy and there's Christmas in the air.
Michael Smolak answers one of the most important questions we all face this time of year: how to select the perfect tree.
Well, the perfect tree is that tree which you and your family choose for yourself. That is the perfect tree.
And what is Santa's favorite part of this event?
So you're going to be the first one. Oh, boy, the Christmas carols. Love it.
Yeah.
The music,
absolutely.
the harmony.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite. And then also maybe the decorations, all the decorations, the tree lighting.
And what I loved is I love seeing all the kids using the art in them to create ornaments. And this little girl gave you hers.
Oh, I loved it. I love it. She was one of 3 kids that gave me a gift.
Oh, nice.
And that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
You know, it's just a real great thing to see. And
Wishing everyone a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and a happy holiday season. I'm Steve D'Onofrio for The Journal.
Legos, right? Zombie? You want a zombie?
There are tons of other events coming up at Smolak Farms this holiday season, and it's rumored that Mrs. Claus will be stopping by in the coming weeks. Visit smolakfarms.com for a full schedule of upcoming events. Now let's hear from Lester Rugg in our Senior Moments segment to find out what's going on during the holiday season at the Senior Center.
Lester Rugg here from North Andovers Senior Center, and wanted a few comments to pass on to on the Christmas season. I feel like Santa's elf and helper. What can I say? I'm wearing a hat appropriately. Some of the things that are going on this month, of course, we talked a little bit about the giving trees. We'll be accepting gifts donations until December the 18th. It's a new program that we have over the gala of trees that we had before. If you could provide gifts that are unwrapped, that would be wonderful, and we look forward to your participation. Shine appointments will be on December 1st and the 15th. On the 17th, Mr. Fix-It will be here. He's here from 12 until 3 p.m. Those guys can fix anything. December 4th and 18th is the Quilting Club. It will be meeting. The Friends of the North Andover Senior Center are hosting their annual holiday luncheon, 12 p.m. And of course, tickets are $5 and available at the reception desk. We have senior entertainment with a holiday sing-along by Eric Baldwin. Will be at that particular time. I think it will be an enjoyable one, I'm sure. Zumba is available Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. Our walking group, of course, has dwindled a little bit. But if you have a feeling for exercise, a great way to start the morning. 15, 20, 40 minutes will mean so much to your health and well-being. And I can't advise you enough, strongly enough, to come join us. We have a good time, as we always say, and we look forward to increasing numbers as well. Glancing at our overall calendar, the men's breakfast, which so often comes rushing to us at the first of the month. This time it will be at on the 10th of the month, and we'll be meeting at the new fire station. Massage therapists will be available on the 11th from 9 until 12. and we're going to have a treat. The middle school holiday band will join us on the 14th at noontime. I want to mention that winter break will be occurring for the art club or the art class, and we'll resume again in the winter after Christmas. Supper club, Christmas party at the Bradford Tavern will be on the 17th. Foot care specialist will join us on the 18th of the month from 9 until 3. We have a lecture on the 21st, Sing for the Health of It. I think on the 22nd, we seem to have something every day here. On the 22nd, our attorney, Murray, will be here for consultations. If you have problems that you wanted to discuss, that would be the person to talk to. There will be no heart-to-heart this month, and the center is closed for the Christmas break. And we will resume again after Christmas, and Happy New Year to all of you. And on that note, I will remove one hat and put on my regular one, as I always have, and wish you all a very Merry Christmas. And remember, family is uppermost in all of our lives. And thank you for joining us.
Thank you for those beautiful words of wisdom, Lester. And now as we turn to our Chem Ed update, watch out, robots took over North Andover High School in late November. 9 robotics teams from North Andover High took on squads from around New England in a competition that featured 23 teams from 8 different schools.
Hi, I'm Mike Motherway. I teach here at North Andover High School. We're hosting a VEX Robotics Tournament. This is the nothing but net game. And, we have 44 registered teams today that come from New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island that are competing for spots in the Southern New England regionals that are happening in March. So today 8 teams will advance from the 44 to have a spot in that tournament. Their game this year, they have to pick up and score balls and shoot them in the basket. Well, I like that many of the students that do this are interested in technology and engineering, and we like hosting the event. It gives the kids a chance to see what other teams come up with for solutions to solve the same problem, given the same criteria and kit of parts, and it's fun. It's good fun.
Hi, my name is Terry Hurst. I'm on team 8568B, and this is our robot. So, here's basically how it works. So, we have this thing spin around, and then when that thing spins around, the ball goes up it. And then we have this thing spin around really, really, really fast, and then it hits it, and it goes ka-ching into the goal. And we just keep doing that over and over again until we've got as many as we can. I'm happy to be here because, one, I'm on an awesome team with awesome people and we all get together. We all work together, and we put together a robot that is doing pretty well in competition. So I'm just happy to be here. If you can get together with a bunch of people, even if you don't have any robotics experience, I remember my freshman year, if you just get together and you start learning the basics of how to build a robot and start off, then once you get to this level and you meet all these other teams and you start going to competition, you'll understand why it's fun, and you want to get your robot, you want to get better, and you want to make better, you want to be better in matches, and it's just, it's fun. Basically, is what I'm getting at.
Well, the team from the White Mountain School in Bethlehem, New Hampshire took top honors, winning the competition, while North Andover's team earned a strong 4th place finish. Over at North Andover Middle School, students and staff brightened up the holidays for families in need by donating food to Lazarus House in Lawrence.
Annually, every Thanksgiving, about a month leading up to it, we have a food drive that goes to Bread and Rose's Pantry in Lawrence, and the student leadership team here at NAMS heads that up. The student leadership team is divided into committees, so we have some students that are working on various projects. We we had a core set of students this year working specifically on the food drive, and that came to fruition. The whole collection and everything took place last Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and we had, you know, we have about 45 homerooms here, each homeroom dedicating a box, and then, you know, people would bring in food throughout the course of the month that would just add to various classes as well. You know, even like the related arts classes who normally don't have homerooms. So we had a whole school effort to collect this food, and we drove over a nice big box truck with a good quantity of food over on Wednesday. So it was nice. Parents, students, and teachers went over there and helped deliver that. So it was really impactful for all of us to see. They hear the term, it takes a village. Well, sometimes it really does take a village to help each other out, and this is something that I couldn't do all myself. Students that have thought about doing this in the past, like I want to do a food drive, you know, well, they talked it out and they realized that they needed help of others to get it done. So it brings, you know, teamwork together, working for one goal, and in this case, that goal is something that we hope will carry throughout their life, beyond just doing this food drive here. Brings that nice service piece into it, and it's just nice to do around the holidays, because those food pantries, as we know, are always looking for help, and we're glad to do it. We always talk about RAISE here at NAMS, you know, respect, achievement, inclusion, service, empathy. This project really emphasizes that S, that service, beyond just our school walls. It's a community effort, and we're giving back. So it's nice to see that all come together, and I think the kids really, you know, that work on it really experience the reward of actually delivering that food and seeing where it's going.
And remember, Lazarus House in Lawrence accepts donations all year round. And it's actually the summer months when Lazarus House and similar organizations are most in need of donations. So please consider donating all year round. Well, we move now on to our GovCam update. Let's check in with Town Manager Andrew Maylor. This week, an inside look into North Andover's Department of Community and Economic Development.
This is Town Manager Andrew Maylor. I wanted to give you some updates or some information about town government that you may find useful. Not a lot of residents know that we have a Department of Community and Economic Development. Their role is to work with residents and prospective or current business owners to make sure that we can facilitate building permits or encourage businesses to locate here in North Andover. We have a full-time staff of more than a dozen folks who work to encourage those kinds of activities around town. We are a largely residential community. In fact, 87% of our tax revenue is generated here from residential property owners, 13% from commercial property taxpayers. We regularly try to pursue additional commercial interests to try to offset the impact on residential property taxes and to bring new growth to the community, not only to service our residents, but also enhance the tax base and take some of the burden off the residential taxpayers. I would say to you, though, as a largely residential community and a beautiful community, we see a lot more interest these days in residential growth, both single-family and multifamily. On 114 on Berry Street, there currently is under construction a 200-unit rental development that should be completed later this year. We're seeing increased interest on the West Mill on High Street, not only for some small commercial and mid-sized commercial tenants, but also for larger scale residential, again, market rate residential rental units, which would encourage new new occupants, new residents here in North Andover, and I think that's important. Right here on Main Street, where we're located in Town Hall, Brad Street on Main is a new mixed use site where the former Brad Street School was located. It'll have both rental and commercial property there as well, and we're seeing increased interest in a number of different areas around town where you may see for sale signs on commercial lots or other mixed-use developments. So I want the community to realize we, on a daily basis, encourage new folks to move to town. We can encourage additional construction, both commercial and residential, as a way of enhancing the community and finding ways to bring additional services. If you ever have any questions about what happens here from an economic development perspective, you can certainly contact Eric Kafori. He's our Community Economic Development Director, and he can answer any specific questions you have about locating a business here, expanding a business, or quite frankly, just moving to town. So hopefully that's helpful information for residents that live in the community and those of you who may be interested in moving here or coming to work here. Thanks very much.
Mr. Maylor, and he's correct. North Andover is a great town to do business in. To learn more about how the town can help businesses thrive, check in with Eric Kafori, the director of North Andover's Division of Community and Economic Development. On Saturday, November 28th, North Andover and hundreds of its community members brought in the holiday spirit by drinking hot chocolate, singing their favorite Christmas carols, visiting with Santa, and participating in the annual tree lighting ceremony that was held on the Common. This tradition is our way of kicking off the Christmas season and bringing people together in our community. I was down there with my family and had the opportunity to speak with some of the community members and festival committee. Let's take a look.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it rip, baby!
This tree is actually living on our common, and it's our official Christmas tree. It's a blue spruce, and as I said, it was planted when it was only about 3 feet tall, and look at it today. It's close to 50 feet tall. So, all the lighting on the common was done by the Women's Club. They approached the festival committee a number of years ago and said that they'd like to take on the project of lighting the common, and they did. They raised all the funds, had professional tree lighters come in and string the lights, etc. Did an excellent job. It's all about community, and that's what basically our community is all about. It's all about togetherness in the community itself.
Now, what's your favorite part about Christmas?
All the people in your family getting together. The presents.
You've got the flavor of the community, that there's a closeness here that you don't find in many other communities, and a willingness to help. And everything is low-key and homey. Everything has that old hometown, like sheep shearing, etc. It all has that warm, kind of relaxed feeling. You don't have to feel it's very commercial. It's all about community, and that's what basically our community is all about.
What's your favorite part of the tree lighting ceremony? Is it sitting with Santa? Is it the hot chocolate? Is it the tree lighting? What would you say?
Well, I think the lights are absolutely gorgeous. Must have been a lot of hard work to do that.
Absolutely.
The hot chocolate and cookies are delicious. Santa's a real nice guy. And I think my favorite part was the caroling.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw him, you would even say it glowed. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer game. Monopoly.
It's a great feeling doing this for the town, just to make people happy, see them smiling, families having a great time together. That's what it's all about.
Well, a bit of rain certainly isn't going to stop Santa Claus from coming to town. The annual Santa Parade took place despite the weather, and onlookers were thrilled to catch a glimpse of the big man himself. The Santa Parade is run annually by the North Andover Merchants Association. Be sure to visit northandovermerchants.org to learn more about their participating businesses and how they help local charities and organizations throughout our area. Well, that about wraps it up for this Christmas edition of the North Andover Journal. As always, if you have a news story or idea you'd like to contribute, please email us at thejournal@northandovercam.org. For everyone here at the Journal and North Andover Cam, we wish you a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday. I'm Ron Carpenito. Thanks for joining us.